Hey guys, welcome back. It's your girl Kenya, and I hope you guys are having an awesome day. And if this is your first time stopping in, like I always say, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave. Let's get on with the video because I don't want to keep y'all waiting too long. So this video is going to be a little bit more personal than any of my other videos. I felt the need to do this video because, I mean, I am a woman. I do have two little girls, and I feel like, this video may help someone else out there who probably are a little confused. I know while I was growing up, there was a lot of things that wasn't mentioned to me. I had to find out on my own. So, I didn't have YouTube to come to and watch different videos or whatever. Like, asking other people or, like, finding out from friends at school or finding out from, like, just walking inside of a store and seeing certain products, sometimes that doesn't really guide you into the right direction that you really need to be. So that's why, I love the fact that people take the time out, like I'm doing right now, and share their personal experience when it comes to our hygiene. Us as women, our hygiene should be one of the most important things that we take care of every single day. Not once a week, twice a week, every single day. The JJ, Cooter Cat. It's so many names out there. And I'm being real. It's so many names out there. I don't care what you name or what you call her. The vagina down there. It is so important that we keep her clean. I'm talking about all day, every day, not part of the day. Like, our minds should be focused on making sure, like, she's okay, because that's one of the most sensitive parts of our bodies. And if any slight little thing goes wrong down there, you are uncomfortable. Like, just hang it up. You ain't doing nothing. Just think about, when we're on our periods, those who currently, any young ladies might not be on their period. Anybody that's currently on their period now, I'm pretty sure you're not comfortable right now. Like, that's just those couple days out of a month. It's the most uncomfortable time for you. So just imagine, like, you want to make sure for your whole entire day, every day, 24/7, that she's clean, she ain't itching, she ain't like sweating, uncomfortable. Like, you want to make sure. So what I do to make sure that I'm good, I always make sure while I'm in the shower, I make sure that I clean her completely. If I take the longest on doing anything in the shower, is making sure that I'm cleaning my vagina properly. Okay? You walk out that shower and you don't clean, you didn't take a bath. You didn't take a shower. You can't tell nobody you took a shower and you walk out and you smelling like God knows what. Okay? So what I do to take a shower, I normally use the same soap. I use the same soap overall, but I like to use trusty old Dove. I love me some Dove. I have the sensitive skin. My skin is sensitive, but not only like my face. My face is totally sensitive, so I don't use Dove on my face. But for my body, I just prefer for like everybody in the house just to use Dove. Period. So I use Dove, like the sensitive one, the regular white bar, and I sometimes I like to switch it up and use the pink bar. It's only focusing on my face. Good job, camera. But it doesn't do anything to me. So I use this when I need to get in and out, like everywhere. And I'm talking about from the anus to the vagina, because it ain't just all about the vagina. You got to remember your butt too. You need to clean that too. So it ain't just halfway and then you forget about back there, because that needs to be cleaned too. But I use this and make sure I soap it up and make sure I rinse it out completely. You will know that she's clean. You will know. After you finish, you will know. Now, I do know some people that uses different type of things to take baths with or take showers with, and they use like the what's it called? The loofahs or the loafers? The loofahs. I'm gonna put a picture right here. Some people use that. I do not use that. That's not gonna do anything for me. All that's doing is just irritating her, and that's scratching her up. That's not doing anything. I need a rag, a towel, a rag, whatever you want to call it. I call it a rag. I need a rag to make sure I get up and through her. Like, I need to make sure you're using the bathroom all day. You need to make sure you get any and everything out of there. You discharge. That part of your body is cleansing itself naturally throughout the day. So all that stuff that's coming out of your body through her, you need to make sure that it's not sitting there overnight. After I use the soap to clean, clean her out and everything, I go back with Summer's Eve. This is the cleaning wash for sensitive skin. I like this. But I do not use this internal. I do not go inside with this soap. I only used it on the outside. So after I'm finished cleaning her off with the Dove inside, because you need to go in and out, outside the external areas of my vagina, I like to use this. I just like to go the extra step. I like to be extra, and I like using this. I've never had a problem using this. I use it every time. And it is liquid for those who don't know. It does come out in the liquid form. They have it in different scents. It smells. This is like it says delicate bloom, but it really smells fresh. Like it don't have like this high odor or anything, no fragrance to it. But I like it. I've used it for a very long time and I really do like it. I also like to remove hair from down there, and I love to use Nair. This is also been one of my fave. I've never had a problem with this. It's so quick and easy. It has argan oil in it, and I love it. It gets all of it off. I used to use razor a lot when I was small growing up. Like that's what I was introduced to, razors. The little, the little small one with just the one blade. Then I switched to like the double blade. I mean, I went through that stage. I went through all of that. But I started having huge problems with ingrown hair bumps. And that is so annoying for me. I hate it. It hurts. It just makes me feel, like I was saying, by the uncomfortable stage throughout the day. Like, and it took forever for the bump to go away. So I was tired of that. And that's when I decided, like, I would say about probably 5 or 6 years ago, I decided to switch to Nair. And ever since I've done that, I've never had a problem. I love it. I don't like to have hair down there. Like, I don't feel it. Like, my hair doesn't grow that long, but it just feels, because we all sweat down there. We all sweat. Trust me, we do. You mostly know that you sweat. If you're someone that go to the gym and you sit down on one of those seats and you get up and you see the little wet spot, you don't even feel that you're sweating down there, but trust me, you're sweating down there. I like using this. This does not irritate my skin at all. So yeah, I use this in the shower. Now, before I put on my underwear, I like to moisturize that area. I don't like feeling dry, and it's just not a comfortable feeling for me. So I use my lotion, my favorite lotion of all times. I use this for my all over body, like everywhere. I like to lotion everywhere. I'm talking about my bottom, in between, everywhere. I love to put lotion on everywhere, all over my body. I'm not the one to put like my underwear on and then put lotion on other parts of my body. No, I prefer to put lotion on everywhere. I like to use panty liners. I like to use, to be specific, always thin panty liners. This is I like it. It's not too thick. I can still breathe down there. I like it because, again, we all discharge. We all sweat. We may have accidents, especially around the time when we know that our period is coming. So we don't want to mess up our expensive underwears that we just purchased. So we don't, you don't want that. So I like to use the always thin panty liners. I use this every day. I put one on, and the good thing about it is, like, if I'm sweating down or if I discharge, I can always just remove this and put another one on. Like, no biggie. Don't have to worry about nothing else throughout the day. Like, only time I don't wear this is if I'm going to bed. Okay, so I love using this. This is my go-to. I always keep a few of them inside of my purse or in the car in case I need one at any point in time. Like, that's one of my must-haves in my purse. And when it comes to my period, I use pads. I sometimes use tampons. I'm not gonna lie. I sometimes use tampons, but I use it like on the lighter days. But heavier days, when it first comes on, I do not use tampons. I prefer to just use pads. I feel more secure with pads, so I like pads. While I'm on my period, I like to use, and this is not only when I'm on my period, also like any day, I prefer to use wipes. You have the feminine wipes or baby wipes to wipe myself when I go to the bathroom. I prefer to use that. Using tissue, you're not clean. You're not getting everywhere. You're not like, take some tissue, try it one day. If you don't use wipes, just try it one day. Take some tissue, do your normal routine, wipe yourself with tissue. I mean, I'm talking about like, especially when you're on your period, because you'll see better results that way. But just take the tissue, wipe yourself, and then go back with a wipe and wipe all in and through everywhere. And you're gonna see all of that's being left behind from just using tissue. It's a lot that's being left behind. So I think using wipes is a lot better. It's wet. It cleans everywhere. It picks up so much, especially when you go out in public and they have like the worst. It's only been a couple places that I've been to where they use like really good thick tissues, but you go to these restaurants or you go to these public bathrooms in the malls or whatever, they use the most thinnest piece of tissue, like one layer, not even a whole layer. Like I almost think that's a whole layer. It's so thin and it breaks off so easy. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. You literally have to keep rolling and rolling and rolling. So I got tired of that. I really got tired of that. I got tired of going to public bathrooms and not having, the bathroom stalls don't have tissue. So I'm like, you know what? I'm sick of this. That's when I switched to the feminine wipes, or I have my baby wipes on deck, handy for me to use. When my daughters go out and they're in public, I hand them one of those too. I told them, hey, keep that in your bag. When you go to school, they're always complaining about at school they don't have tissue in the bathroom stalls. So that comes in really, really handy. So that's when I'm on my period. That's what I like to do. Now, back to like everyday thing, regardless if I'm on my period or not, I like to, after I put my underwear on, I love to go ahead and spray with this. I love this. The freshening spray, I love using this. And I only spray, see, these products, I only use external. External only. I do not spray these directly on contact of my vagina. I do not. Okay, this is after I put my underwear on, or sometimes before I put my underwear on the outside. I like to just spray it down, or the back too, not just the front. Like I said, we got two areas that we need to keep clean, not just the vagina, the butt as well. So we need, I spray that around as well, because we all do it. We all pass gas throughout the day, no matter if you're one of the ones that like to hide the fact that you do it or whatever, but we can't hide it, we can't deny it. We all pass a little, we ease throughout the day. So I like to keep it fresh, okay? So this kind of minimize the odor a little bit. So I like to use this. I've never had a problem using it. They said all these products can be found all in the same area. The same place that you find this, you can find this as well. So when it comes to underwears, I wear cotton underwear. I wear 100% cotton underwear. And then also when it comes to thongs, I would prefer, like, if I do wear thongs, they're cotton thongs. So if I wear thongs, it's because it's necessary to wear them. I don't wear them just because. I also like to use this body powder. I just started using this. And with this is a body powder. Like, if you're the type of girl that sweats and you can't help it, of course nobody can help that they sweat. But if you perspire a lot, with this powder you can, and it's neutralize odor, it absorbs moisture, silky smooth formula, clinically tested for safe scents. But what I like to do is, like I said, we all sweat down there. We sweat here on our backs. We sweat under our arms. So I just take this and I take one of those, like a little pad, like one of those cotton pads or a little cotton ball, and I just put a little bit on there, and on the outer like walls of my vagina, like the thigh area, that closes over the vagina, I just pat a little bit of powder around there, just a little bit. Like I pat, when I say just a little bit, I pat just a little bit around like my inner thighs, because remember, like, especially if you have huge thighs, those thighs are closed, it's been rubbing. Some thighs touch, some thighs don't. But if your thighs rub against each other throughout the day and you sweating down there and it gets icky and sticky and smelly, that's what this is for. I also have this one. Like I said, I just recently started, like, bought this one, but this is also good too. Okay, Gold Bond Unlimited Body Powder. This one is also good. This is for your torso, your back, your arms, your legs, your feet. All day moisture protection. I sweat, but you don't see it, like through my shirt or whatever. But I still don't like the feeling of sweat running down my back. I still don't like the feeling, especially if you have, what about the girls that have like the huge boobs? And we sweat underneath our boobs. We cannot hide that one. We sweat under there. So you can take a little bit of the powder as well and just tap a little bit underneath your bosoms or your breasts or whatever you want to call it. It keeps you dry and it keeps you smelling fresh throughout the day. I wouldn't walk around with it, but I think it works pretty good throughout the day. And like for this, you can take this with you, put this in your bag. If your purse is big enough, you throw it in there. After you use the bathroom, you just feel like just spraying and freshen her up a little bit throughout the day. Why not? Who's stopping you? Who's gonna know? Like, you walk out smelling good all day long. Who's gonna know? All they gonna know is that you smelling good. Like, do it before you go to bed. Do it when you wake up in the morning. Just always want to smell good. Comment down below if you have came into contact with a female that you knew for sure that they did not take care of their hygiene. Just comment down below, because I could tell you right now, I have came into contact with one, and OMG. I didn't know what to say, and I just wanted to have like this long conversation with that person and just ask them, like, what are you using? You're gonna have to change what you're using. This is not good. Like, hey, we need to talk, because something is up, something is wrong. You know, because we can't expect that everybody knows everything. You understand? Like I said, like, I learned a lot of things along the way as I was growing up. Some things was not taught to me. Not everybody have bad hygienes. No, not everybody needs to use these products. Some people don't need to use. Some people just prefer just to use water and go about their day. Like, they don't care. You know, it don't bother them. They don't have, you know, they don't smell, they don't sweat. They don't have none of those problems. And like I said, kudos to you. If you one of those people that don't have that problem, let's switch. But I think I will still use it. Like, I didn't got so used to it. I'm still going to use it regardless. Like, I just like to feel like, yeah, I put a lot of effort into keeping her clean, keeping her feeling clean. She deserves to feel clean. She's life. Life comes through there. You know, you want to make sure you ain't going to no doctor and the red light comes on. Like, no, like, we don't want that. All right, I don't want to make this video too long. I think I'm going to do another video of overall hygiene. That'll be a whole separate video. But if you enjoyed this video, if you can relate to anything, any products that I use, and you probably use it too, go ahead and comment down below as well. And I think that is about it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media, which will be listed down below. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Toodles.